The red parasite always knew that it would happen. It was only a matter of when. You see, the way the red parasite's powers worked is he had a parasite that allowed him to create anything he wanted out of flesh. It was kind of a creepy power, messy, leaving blood spattered everywhere. But the citizens of the city over the years learned to trust that blood spatter. Because Red Parasite, even though he had a toxic parasite inside him, was a good man. He never killed anyone, and he kept the city safe from horrible villains like Gold Imperium. Gold Imperium had one vision for the city: turn it from its normal, modern self back to Rome, back to the glory days of ancient times. And Golden Imperium thought he had finally won, was about to rid the world of red parasites, stench, and vermin, when he pinned him to the ground with a pylon of golden energy. "Give up," Golden Imperium said. "I have won." Red Parasite wriggled and tried to use his powers, but there were so many golden rods pinning him down. He struggled against the pain, and finally he thought of something that he never would have considered before, until this moment when he was about to die. He consulted the parasite inside him. "Let go," Red Parasite said. Before he could even think about what he just did, the red parasite exploded inside his chest. Flesh went everywhere, and Gold Imperium was drowned in the red and the flesh. "I killed someone," Red Parasite said. The flesh ran back into his body. The crowd around him applauded. Gold Imperium and his soldiers had been terrorizing the city, and finally the police gained an upper hand, arresting his soldiers. But still, Red Parasite had never killed anyone before, and Gold Imperium, floating in a pool of his own blood, was unsettling to him. He was too perfect to be dead, Red Parasite thought, but he was dead. He stood on top of the rooftop and thought about it. "It's okay, kid," the police chief said, trying to hand him a cigar. "Thanks, but I don't smoke," Red Parasite said. "I let go, Chief. I have to go away for a while." "Don't be silly, kid," the chief said. "You've been protecting the city for 10 years. The least I can do is give you a little bit of a break." Red Parasite sighed. "Thanks." He jumped into the air and started swinging, using his flesh powers to swing between skyscrapers. It was kind of a gross sight to see, but over the years, the people loved him. He still got his usual applause and I love yous from single ladies without fathers. But still, Red Parasite was worried. He had let go. The red parasite inside him was usually rude, curmudgeonly, and annoyed that he used his gifts of flesh manipulation to help people. But now the red parasite inside him was silent. As he swung to another rooftop and looked within inside, the red parasite didn't say anything. "Hello?" he asked the red parasite inside him. But it was too late. The red parasite wriggled all over his body, and his flesh powers started losing control. No, he tried to pull it back inside, but it was too late. The parasite inside the red parasite's body took over. Red Parasite woke up days later, half naked, to a city in flames. No, he swung between the buildings, which were now hollowed out, wrecked. The parasite spoke to him, then, in his mind. "You never should have let me go," it said. "Stop it," Red Parasite said. He tried to find the beginning of the red parasite's destruction, tried to find a street that didn't have bodies, but it was too late. There were all bodies, everywhere. Red Parasite fell to his knees. All those years ago, when he learned to control the red parasite, he had done it through iron force of will. He had clung onto his sanity, onto his perception of reality so tight that he would never let it go. But then, in that moment of weakness, in that battle before, he had completely let it go. And now, there was no taking it back. He enforced all the will he could onto the parasite. The parasite chuckled. "There's no putting the genie back into the bottle," the parasite said. "No," Red Parasite said. "Get back." The parasite couldn't stop laughing. "Let's make a little deal, you and me." The red parasite was curious. "Why?" "Because it's not fun to just go insane. I want you to be my slave, the way I was for all those years. I helped people all those years, Red Parasite said. Whatever. If you can do one truly despicable thing, then I'll be your slave again. I promise with my parasite little heart. Red Parasite looked around the city. Whatever. Yeah, I'll do it. Okay. I want you to find a child, and I want you to end its life. Red Parasite's stomach dropped. No. Okay, well, you've already killed so many. Red Parasite fell to his knees. What? Oh, yes. Despicable things I've done in your name, the parasite said. Think about it like this. If you just kill one more, the killing stops. Red Parasite was a slave to his decision. He stood up on the rooftop and looked down over the city. This place was a ghost town. There were no children left. Swing towards the old schoolhouse. I'm sure you can find something, the parasite said. Red Parasite swung through the ruins of the city that he had once loved, the city that he had destroyed. He saw remnants of his flesh going completely out of control, knocking buildings over. The apocalypse, just because he was weak, just because he didn't want to die to his old enemy. He would have loved this, Red Parasite said to the parasite inside him. Shut up, the parasite said. In the schoolhouse, it was completely deserted, as normal. Keep going, the parasite said. He walked into the darkness of the building. In the gymnasium, he couldn't believe it. There was one child playing basketball. It happened without thinking. The flesh overtook his body. He reached out with his arm, and a cage of flesh went around the boy. Stop, the boy said, but it was too late. I'm sorry about this, Red Parasite said. He looked at his other hand, which turned into a knife. He thought about the parasite's bargain, what he would have to do to make the killing stop. He was a broken, soulless husk of a man, but he had to get his sanity back. It was the only way for the killing to end. He put the knife up to the young boy's throat. The young boy looked him in his eyes. Don't do this, the young boy said. The parasite was laughing. I'm sorry, Red Parasite said. I have to. He went to press his knife hand into the boy's neck when the boy whispered, You are my hero. Red Parasite swung away from the boy. The parasite screamed and tried to take over, but Red Parasite was faster, swinging through the gates of the city, away from civilization. If he went far enough, maybe he could gain control. Maybe he could stop hurting someone. And when the parasite took over and regained its killing, and inside, Red Parasite was hoping against hope. Please. The parasite of evil lied dormant within me all these years. Now that the evil controls me, I'll find my moment. I will take my sanity back.